Memory in the human brain is a complex process involving acquisition, storage, and retrieval of information. Acquisition is the first step in memory formation, where sensory input is received, processed, and temporarily stored before being either forgotten or consolidated into long term memory. Storage is the second stage of memory formation that refers to the process of maintaining encoded information over time so it can be retrieved later. This is followed by the final stage called retrieval, the process of accessing and bringing stored information into conscious awareness, which allows us to recall past experiences, facts, and skills when needed. The first step of memory processing occurs in the sensory memory. It is the shortest lasting type of memory that holds raw sensory information from the environment for a brief moment before it either fades or moved into short term memory. As the name suggests, there are five types of sensory memory, namely echoic memory, iconic memory, haptic memory, olfactory memory, and gustatory memory. The next step is the transfer of information from sensory memory to short term memory for processing. Information stored in the short term memory can be lost in two ways, through decay and interference. Decay refers to the gradual fading or loss of information in short term when it is not actively rehearsed as brain's neural connections weaken with time without reinforcement. Interference occurs when new or old information disrupts the recall of other information in the memory. Proactive interference, which occurs when old information interferes with the encoding or retrieval of new information, or retroactive interference occurs when new information interferes with the retrieval of old information. Within the short term memory is working memory. Although short term memory and working memory are closely related, they serve different functions in the memory process. Short term memory is a passive storage, much like a notepad, whereas working memory is the problem solving center where it actively processes the temporarily stored information. Both short term memory and working memory have limited capacity. They can only hold and process a limited amount of information. To consolidate the information in the short term memory to be stored in long term memory requires the process of encoding, rehearsal, and elaboration. Encoding is the initial process where sensory input is converted into a form that can be processed and stored. Rehearsal refers to the active repetition of information, and mentally rehearsing it strengthens neural connections. Elaboration refers to connecting new information to existing knowledge or personal experiences to make it meaningful. It is only when information reaches this permastore can it be stable and resistant to decay for a